Okay, so on the back of the unexpected results mentioned in the Magnetoculture update video, which is linked below, I decided to run another experiment to see if magnetic fields would affect the type of weeds intentionally left to grow in these two barrels. The two barrels contained the same soil and gravel and were both cleared out after the last harvest, all roots and remains removed. 3 magnets were then waterproofed and buried in one barrel, and then both barrels were simply left open to the elements. Yep, without doubt, my favourite type of experiment. Zero maintenance, let's just see what happens. So this is after 4 weeks. Not a great deal of difference between the two barrels, except for a couple of larger weeds, which may have benefited from the magnetic field. This is after 8 weeks, and now there's an obvious difference between the type of weeds in the two barrels. What looks like garden lettuce are growing almost exclusively in the non-magnetized barrel. There are lots and lots of them here, and only a few in the magnetized barrel, which mostly contains what appears to be lamb's quarters. This is after 12 weeks. Bigger growth in both barrels, but no appreciable change in the proportions of garden lettuce to lamb's quarters. As before, far more of the garden lettuce are growing in the non-magnetized barrel. This is after 16 weeks, and as you can see, things are starting to die off. But otherwise the same as before. No appreciable change in the proportions of garden lettuce to lamb's quarters. So, why were there so many more of the garden lettuce in the non-magnetized barrel? And how exactly does a magnetic field know the difference between one type of weed and another? Well, whilst both barrels were cleared out as thoroughly as possible, whatever was formerly growing in them, in this case cucumbers in the non-magnetized barrel and carrots in the magnetized barrel, could have left behind some kind of residual chemical effect on the soil, which then affected the type of weeds that grew. If not that, it's possible that the magnetic field provided an environment that was simply more conducive to the growth of one type of weed, but not another. Some studies have reported that magnetism changes the pH value of water, and thereby the pH value of soil. This may be caused by the water molecules rearranging themselves, theoretically reducing the bond angle below 105 degrees, which alters the concentration of hydrogen ions and thereby the pH value. So it looks like the question raised in another video may be a valid one. All plants need water, and if a magnetic field changes the pH value of the water, then it's unsurprising that some plants respond positively to this change and some don't. Interesting stuff, and as always, if you would like to stay up to date with these experiments, please subscribe to this channel.